Hey everyone, welcome to another Robotics Basics video. Today we're going to be learning all about breadboards. The word breadboard might sound a little weird, but trust me, it doesn't actually have anything to do with bread. A breadboard is in fact just a base that allows people to prototype various types of electronic circuits. Let's actually go take a closer look at one. So if you look at the breadboard, you can see that there are two main sections divided by this ridge in the middle. Each half, like the top half and the bottom half, they're each separated into two sections. These sections on the ends, right here, are called the power rails. And this is basically where you connect the main power for your circuit. Now your circuit might involve different power sources, but the voltage that's going to be used by most parts of the circuit are typically connected on these ends. Now it's important to keep in mind that these ends are not connected, meaning that any circuit on this side and any circuit on this side are independent. But we'll get to that later. Now if you look at the power rails, you'll see that there's a minus sign and a positive sign running along the edge of the breadboard. This basically indicates the polarity of the power source and helps prevent us from getting confused and making any mistakes and blowing up any components for any of the circuits that we may build. Now it's also important to notice that the minus sign and positive sign actually do run along this edge, which basically means that anything you connect on in any order will all be connected. So if I connect 12 volts on these two ends, I'll have 12 volts here. This whole edge is connected, and the same thing applies for the bottom. They're basically just mirrors. But what about these sections in the middle, you might ask? Well, this is basically the place where you build your main circuit. And unlike the power rails, which are connected horizontally along the longer edge of the breadboard, this section is connected vertically, going from the top to the bottom. But how exactly do you plug things into the breadboard? Well, it's really simple. You just take your component. Now, this is a jumper wire, and many things that are intended for the breadboard will have this similar type of end. You take the component and you line it along the hole, and with a very gentle amount of force, you just plug it in, and it should go and sit flush against the breadboard. Now, sometimes you might also be in a scenario where you don't have a jumper wire with a set amount of distance of wire, but you might have something like this where you just have a really long end. And it's really important to properly plug these components in because you could end up really messing up your circuit if you push too hard. And once again, you want to line up the component with the hole, and you want to push in and keep pushing until it goes in, but you'll feel some resistance. You don't want to keep jamming it in, because what'll end up happening is it'll go and wrap under and go into the next column, and you'll end up connecting both of those, and this can create a serious short circuit issue and really mess up your circuit. So you just want to apply just enough force to get it in there, and then once it's in there, you're good to go. You don't want to keep pushing it in. And breadboards also come in several different shapes and colors. So you can see this is just a standard rectangular one. I also have this rectangular shorter one, which is like half the size, and another half size one, but this one's clear. And this is what I was mentioning before. If you look on the inside, you can see that the rails are connected all along the edge for the power rail, but in the middle, they're connected this way, so you know which way the pins go. There you go. And another thing is, on the bottom, you'll see this yellow thing. If you take this off, this is now sticky, and you can mount it to your several different projects. And there you have it. Now you know all about breadboards and how to use one like a pro. If this video helped you out, please smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you're new. Happy making, and I'll see you in the next video.